John, what were your thoughts on Sal Alvarez Gennady Golovkin rematch? No.
As soon as it was, I never really judge a fight round by round. I just look at it, I figure out who won. When it was over, I thought for sure it was going to be another draw.
Yeah.
And this would have been more realistic of a draw than the first one. I thought this was, if anyone was going to be a draw, it was going to be this one. I thought he fought a great game plan, a brilliant game plan, backing Triple G up. Nobody would have thought that. You know, that's a legendary move, a gutsy, ballsy move to try and do that. And Triple G showed to me he either is or very well might be. You know, he's rounded third. I mean, he didn't look. You know, if you said a couple years ago, yeah, I got this guy, he's gonna go right to Triple G and back him up, and he's gonna nullify him, I wouldn't have bet on that. You know? So yeah, he didn't look his usual self.
Got you. What now? Were you surprised to hear that HBO's out of boxing?
I mean, a lot of people act like they saw it coming, but I was blindsided. I had no idea. You know, we grew up with HBO. I mean, these are HBO legendary nights and Hagler and Hearns, and I mean, it's surreal.
Right.
But this is the future. We're in the future. You know, we're in the day. Like Arthur's fight is on an app.
Yeah.
People have to watch it. My wife's at home trying to download an app so she can watch this fight for me.
Yeah.
We're in the future, and it's going to be a thing in the very near future where we're going to be having to explain to new boxing fans how we used to watch fights on HBO.
Right.
HBO, but they show movies. No, they show fights. It's just like when, you know, I come from an era when you wanted to watch the big fight, you went to the Civic Center and you watched it on a big screen. Closed circuit. They didn't have pay-per-view when I was coming up. Hagler and Hearns, Hagler Leonard, Hagler Duran, they were Ali Holmes, they were all on closed circuit. Then we transferred to pay-per-view. And now HBO is going by the wayside. And people are watching fights on their computer, so we're in the future that I heard about when I was in high school.
Right.
You know what I mean? My teacher, I never forget my teacher telling me one day everything in the world is going to be run by computers. I didn't, because I thought computers were 6 feet high, 10 feet long, and had flashing lights. I didn't know what he meant, but he knew, and now look at where we are.
Got you. Alvarez now, you know, he has the options. He could go with ESPN on Showtime, or you know, tomorrow's fight, DAZN. What do you think where he might end up? And
you know, I don't even know. This is all happening so fast for me. The transition, like ESPN started showing major fights now. You know, they're showing big fights, which they didn't. They used to show very good fights, but between contenders. Now they're showing big fights, so I don't even know. I don't even know who the powerhouse is now. Especially, like you said, the HBO thing kind of blindsided me. So I don't know. I'm not the guy to ask. I don't know.
Do you think Canelo is like the face of boxing now? That he's like kind of the star who's gonna carry the sport forward?
I think so. Yeah, the Triple G fights did wonders for him. You know, and really, I give him all the respect in the world to come back after people said you were afraid, they said you ran, they said you were on drugs. For him to come and go to Gennady, you know, that like I wouldn't have made that game plan. I wouldn't have thought that would work, you know. But they must have saw something in Gennady's defense or whatever, his mannerisms. But he, you know, Canelo, he seems like he's a good guy. He's a very good fighter. He's obviously a very good fighter. And this guy, he's getting better. People don't realize he's young. He's not an older guy. He's a pretty young kid. That's why he's still developing. He looked better in this fight than he did. He's doing things he didn't do 5 years ago.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying he would beat Mayweather, but Mayweather wouldn't beat him as easily as he did last time. I don't think. You know?
Gotcha.